Check out the weather, guys. Good morning, guys, from Nice, France. Check out this madness here. I wish I could stay a little bit longer here. It's like 70 degrees here, so almost near to beach weather. There's the ocean. Let's go take a look here. So Nice has a fresh, attractive landscape here. Of course, it's probably very expensive during the summertime, right? So probably going to be 2 to 3 times the cost of Montenegro there. So we can see that the city wraps around a couple of miles, and on the other side there, the airport is right over there. It's a couple of miles away there. Here's the beach, guys. We have some people in the water here a little bit. So I'm gonna take a swim here just briefly, just so I can wash off. During the summer, I usually swim just because I need to wash off my sweat, right, from walking around. So let's get on it. So let's get on it, guys. I took a little swim there, and I'm just looking at this tree here. And we're going to take a little walk down here. They have a lot of beautiful plantings around here. What this reminds me of, it's kind of similar to Porto de la Cruz, right, in north of Tenerife. It's just a similar landscape here. So we're going to walk down in this direction about a mile here and check out this park hill. It's called Colline de Chateau. I guess what that means is Castle Hill. Actually, that's what that means here. So let's check this out. What I've noticed here about Nice is that it reminds me of a few different places, actually. Antalya, Turkey. It's very similar. That's a nice area. Some places in Montenegro, although this is a little bit more spread out there. And where else? And also Porto de la Cruz. In fact, it has a very similar vibe to Porto de la Cruz, right? It's got the pastel buildings there and all of these palm trees and plantings and stuff like that. And it's not that hot or cold, right? Although it's a bit more mountainous. Well, I take that back. It's not. It's about the same level of mountains as Porto de la Cruz. So it's interesting that they have these rocky coasts over here in Europe, right? In the States, it's not true. We have mostly sand on the East Coast. So it actually looks very similar now that I think about it to Antalya, just because of the rocky coast here. But I would choose this over Antalya, although Antalya is cheaper, right? What I don't like about Antalya is that it's a Muslim country. Turkey is a Muslim country, right? So it's a little bit more conservative than a place like France, right? Just because they have an anything goes vibe here. So let's get to walking up this hill here. You can see that waterfall up there. We're gonna go take a look at that here. So let's check this out, guys. My foot seems okay. It was hurting a little while ago. It was hurting yesterday. So trying to rest up, but I want to walk up this hill so I can see what this looks like here. I think it's okay. Had some technical difficulties yesterday as well. Had a problem with my phone data, right? So the phone data didn't work in Monaco because it's another country, right? So I have eSIM, but apparently I was looking on the internet and there's not any eSIMs that cover Monaco. So I'm not sure how to get data over there. It's very strange, right? So I'm going over there and I'm not being able to look up where I want to walk to, right? Let's check this out. So cemeteries, panoramic view, and chateau. So yesterday I was also running a bit low on water and my phone battery and the bathroom, right? Toilet. So had some other travel related difficulties there. So just decided to cut Monaco a little bit short and come back to home base here. This is a nice view here. Check out the view, guys. Pretty crazy looking. It's a nice spread of sand there. Very laid back town. Not really what I expected. I like it a lot, actually. Let's check out the view over here. Let's check out what's down here. So here we have a little turret. Check this out, guys. So here we are at the top of the hill. So the sign tells us that this was actually the center of Nice back in, like, say, 1700, right? So because it was defensible here. Now we have a ice cream shop, park, and all this. Check out the marina over here on the other side of the fortress here. So quickly, let's take a look at this church here. It was destroyed. I don't know when it was destroyed, but it's about 800 years old, this site here. Or 900, like most things in Europe here. Now, it was reconstructed, according to the sign, it was reconstructed in the 15th century, right? So, stone church. It is now like this. There's nothing there except the foundations. And up here we have a cemetery. So let's go check out the cemetery here. I guess this straight. Check out the square head, guys. So getting a bit closer to nightfall here, I took a little break here. And towards the end of the day, I'm going to go check out some churches here. And I just want to see which one I like more. Let's see if we can make it to this one. I'm going to check out the Notre Dame church first, which is a Catholic church here. And as I said, it's getting a bit later. Tomorrow, we're going to go to Rome, right? So we're going to rush a little bit. I usually like to stay a little bit longer. That way I'm not rushed to complete the videos, right? So here's Notre Dame de Nice, France, right? It's similar looking to the one in Paris, but not as big. And it's also similar to the Notre Dame that is in Hanoi, Vietnam, right? Hanoi is a colony of France, or was a colony. So they built one. That one is even a little bit smaller, right? And it's right near this backpacker neighborhood that I'm staying inside of. Check how busy it is right now. A lot of people around. So let's cross over here. Definitely a place I'm looking to come back to here. That is, it depends on the price. I mean, I would definitely choose this over Montenegro. And the reason I would there is it's a little more cosmopolitan. Now, given the 90-day problem for me, right, I can't live here for that long. So right now I've got to go back to the Balkans. Let's check this out, guys. Here's the doorway to the old town, right? It's behind this wall here. Let's go this way and check this out. So this is interesting. It's like down a level here. And I think the church is right up here at the center. So this is like, I'm not sure what year this section of the town was built, but the town on top of the hill there is before the 1700s, right? So between 1200 and 17 something. So this must have been the 1800s here. Let's check this out here. So this is Cathedral Saint Roperti in Nice, France, right? This is an older church here. Very cool looking. Now the one up on the mountain, you saw that one is in ruins, right? So maybe some army destroyed it or something like this. And here we have this one down the hill here. So this was built between 1650 and 1685. This is pretty old, actually. So the one on the hill is 100 years before this one. Now, whether that just fell down, I'm not sure, but it is in ruins.